Hamilton is the father of big government. I mean, this snarky debate that he had with Madison was intended to persuade Madison not even to write a Bill of Rights because he wanted the government to be able to regulate anything it wanted. Hamilton, if he could come back from the dead, would be very happy at where we are now. An industrialized society with great urban centers, central banking, highly regulated, very high taxes, and a lot of debt. Jefferson and Madison wanted an agrarian society with a weak central government, with low and easy taxes, and with low and manageable debt. But as you know, the government began, this happened after the war between the states, intruding more into personal lives of individuals. Woodrow Wilson changing the Constitution to allow federal income tax and to allow the Federal Reserve to micromanage the economy. We got to the point where rights became privileges, and there is no area of human behavior that the government thinks it cannot regulate or stifle. It's your right to be alive, to associate or not, to worship or not, your right to be left alone. These are rights, not privileges. A privilege is a gift doled out by the government. Government confuses rights and privileges. To the government, all rights are privileges. They are all subject to the government spigot of opening them or closing them. Well, if the government can interfere with it, it's not a right. A right is a natural claim that comes from our humanity, which is a gift from God. That's essentially the argument. This is called natural right theory. Natural rights are articulated in the Ninth Amendment. So when the Bill of Rights was written, Hamilton and Madison had an argument. Hey, Jimmy, how are you going to list all the rights we have? Madison, you list 10 rights, Alex, and I'll list another 10. And we'll go on and on and on and on and on. And what happens if we forget one? Does that mean it's not protected? Answer, the Ninth Amendment, which requires the government to protect and respect the rights not enumerated in the first 8. And what are they? Our natural human rights. This is the most misunderstood amendment and the one the government hates and fears the most.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, by all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.